Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 32 of the Pokemon Cup Series. Today we're here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park for the running of the Can-Am 200. It's the very first race of the Pokemon Cup Series Season 32 playoffs. We're down to just 16 drivers competing for the championship, and as you all know, every 3 races we eliminate 4 of those drivers until we get to Zenjoltis, where we'll be down to just 4 cars battling for the title. So this race kicks off the exciting race to the exciting playoff race, and as you can see here, the top 16 spots will all be taken by playoff drivers. All the top spots in every race will be taken by the playoff drivers, so that they can have more of a chance to lock themselves into the next round into the playoffs. By the way, these races are made for the best of the best and winning the championship, so we thought we'd make that more interesting like that. So, on the pole today, we have the 13 of Eli Bright, and James Richardson, the 11, will be on the front row. Chase Marks in the 3, and Rich Roy in the 14 are in row 2. In row 3, we have Matthew Mdev and Kyle Manoli. Then row 4 is Robert Smith and Diego Yepes. Going to row 5, Jonathan Fast and Cody Lupton. Row 6, Yin Canario and O'Neal Balvin. And row 7 is Johnny Gardner and Grayson and Jonathan Wong. And finally, of the playoff drivers in row 8, we have Grayson Acevedo and Cullen Francis. All the playoff drivers take up the first 8 rows of the race. It'll be 20 lap dash here. In our last international race of the season, if you don't count the Gravis City races, which will end the first round and start the second round. But it's going to be a fun playoff series, that's for sure. 10 races decide who will be your champion for Season 32 of the Pokemon Cup Series. It kicks off at a road course here in Canada. Pace car comes down pit road, and the playoffs are just moments away from beginning. Eli Bryant on the pole. Let's see if he'll win this race or any other playoff driver will come home with the win. Green flag in the air in the Can-Am 200. Great start for the 13. He's already up and running. I mean, Eli Bryant wasted no time to pull away and get a good start. Uphill now into the kink. May be a make or break time for some of these drivers. And they're going downhill. A lot of elevation changes in this course, so it's important to know which is where. Whoa, 3 wide right here. But look at the 19. Wow. And Matthew Mdev, he made the move. I think he passed 4 cars in that corner to get second place. Uh-oh, the 18 has problems. Justin Roberts really slow on that corner already. Off the pace. Not a good start for the 18. He was already off the pace. Into the last corner now. And we stay green. It's the first lap. We're green. So not bad. So we got a first lap green flag run. That's not too bad. This course provides some weird and interesting turns. And we got a crash already. Joshua Saculli and Igor Barreto. No caution came out. And Saculli is stuck. Saculli is stuck in there. And now he's on pit road. What a start to this race. Barreto and Saculli crash, and yet no caution came out. That is so weird. We usually get a caution for a wreck like that, but not this time. Pretty odd. Here comes Rich Roy, going to try to get by James Richardson. He looks low, and this is for 3rd place. Oh, looks like Richardson trying to put a block on the 14 into that corner, and he does put the block. So trying to save it. Maybe the 14 trying to bump him out right here in the corner. Still trying to bump him out. Now the 13 is away. 13 fixes his damage, and somehow, some way continues to race. And another car crash, and this time the caution comes out. Nathan Stapleton and Cullen Francis, one of the playoff drivers, is involved. Doesn't appear they're going to race back to the car. It does not appear that they're going to have another lap under a green flag. Or are they? This is confusing. Why are the others going slow and these guys are going fast? That is so weird. Why the others are going fast, I have no clue. So I guess... I can't explain this. I just don't know. Maybe just have one more battle for the stripe for those drivers? Really inconsistent. I have no idea what the logic is in terms of cautions in this track, but... Well, at least Eli Bright able to hold off MDev on the final stretch before the caution came out, so... At least Eli Bright was able to hold on over the lead under yellow. Before we get to the caution, let's look back and see those other wrecks. The other wreck that involved Joshua Saculli and one other driver, I believe Igor Barreto. So here it is right here on the exit, the last corner right here. Barreto looked low. He's trying to get by the 31 of Saculli, and then he hits him right here. Goes right through the exit. They hit, and they hit the walls and signage all around the track. He might have actually hit that whatever yeah, that hut. That hut, he might have hit that one. And there he is, just standing there. Justin Roberts had a really bad run and a bad start in the race. Right here, 3 wide. He got stuck in a jam. And he was bumped out. Andrew Miller just bumped him into the grass, and he was really slow. There was just no way that he could have avoided that. Moments later, we see and then a lap later, what did bring out the caution was a wreck involving 2 teammates of all drivers. Right here's the wreck. There it is. Cullen Francis just took out Nathan Stapleton, his own teammate. I don't know if that was that was probably never his intention, but he got stuck in the S's and tried to make a pass right there, and then he just took out his teammate right there. That's not going to be some good blood for those two. And with Francis being a playoff driver, he did not need a wreck to put him in a deep hole already in the playoffs. So now let's look at an update. Francis is out, Barreto's out, Stapleton's out, Saculli's a lap down. France is already the first driver out of the race in the playoffs. The first playoff driver out of the race, I should say. So it's not a good start for him in the playoffs. We'll see if he'll turn around the next 2 races. But for now, Eli Bright leads the race to the green flag again. Clean restart here. Oh no! 31 spins! Saculli, the lapped car, and he wrecks a couple cars as well. Wow! Big mess uphill. Oh man, that is ugly. That is ugly. Oh my gosh, that was ugly. Almost missed the uphill battle, folks, but nevertheless. Oh look, 19's all 2 in the grass. Way 2 in the grass there. Wow, what happened to 19? And he's stuck. He lost a lot of positions. He was way out in the grass. I don't know if he lost his steering there, or he might have been blinded somehow, but he did not steer well into that corner, and he lost a lot of positions. He's dropped way back. One more battle for second. It looks like Richardson's going to get second. Roy's third, and I think Smith got fourth, and it looks like he did at the last second. Wow. Joshua Sakulli was a lapped car, so what was he doing in front of everybody else? What was he thinking? Right here, there's Rich Roy, and he had enough of Sakulli apparently. Wanted to get him out of the way, and he just took him out right there uphill. Probably could have just tried to pass him up high, but instead he went for the risk to take out Sakulli, and in turn, Sakulli takes out a handful of cars. Not a good move there on the part of Rich Roy, and a lot of cars with damage after that with a 31 involved. Oh my. Thank goodness none of them. Well, I think Yepes also got damage. Yepes was affected. One of the other playoff drivers is affected here. Yepes crashes. Oh, not what he needed here in his start of the playoffs. Oh man, we're back to the green flag instantly. No crashes so far. James Richardson up to second over Eli Bright. And Robert Smith gonna move up to another position of third place. Both of them have a win each, so their second win could get them in. Could get one of those into the next round. A win gets you into the second round. In this case. Oh, Rich Roy having problems. He's in the grass. A lot of problems with that grass. With a couple drivers lately. And the 6 car also with problems. Jonathan Wong was slow in the kink turn. They didn't just flat out spin. They just go very slow. Not really good here. Uh-oh. Robert Smith going to battle for second against Richardson. And Smith gets that position. Richardson trying to fight up high into the grass, and yet he saves it. The caution comes, though, in the nick of time. And whoa, Patrick Smith and Cody Smart went up into the trailers. I've never seen a wreck like that before at this track. And Smith tried to get out. Now these guys are trying to get back on track, and they can't. Wow, okay. Oh, this is a bizarre wreck right here. Wow. Look at this. Derek Hamill gets taken out right here by Cody Smart. And then Cody Smart tried to save it, tried to get his car back on track. And then Patrick Smith comes in, and he takes the 32 out. Guess he saw Hamill, and I guess Smith just decided to take out Smart because he took out Hamill. And I'm sure a lot of fans got an up-close look up there of the cars, though they probably not what they exactly wanted. Their afternoons to spend their afternoons in the racetrack. Oh, this is funny. The funniest wreck of the year. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I mean, have you ever seen NR Town 3 cars go through crowds of people, of like ghost people right here, of invisible people? Have you ever seen this happen? They probably ran over like 10 people with that. Oh my gosh. But at least they got a real up close look at the car. That is awesome. That must have been a real blast. That must have been a real good time down there seeing the car spin. Maybe you could have avoided it in time, but otherwise there's a trip to the ER. Look at that. He just probably, yeah, he could have ran over like a handful of people with that, but at least they got a good view of the car of Patrick Smith's #1 car. So, wow. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. That's just strange and hilarious, and why Smith did not try to drive and go through exiting out of that turn 1, I have no clue. He just tried to break through the barrier, the wall with his car, and it didn't work. See Patrick Smith, he's just trying to get back on track. He wants to race again. And it looks like he probably can't. Still trying. And he's probably giving up after this. Yeah, he's given up. He just realized he just couldn't get out of the track. And wait. Oh, he got out. Look at that. Oh, I thought he got out. Another wall. He tried to get back on track, and then another wall all of a sudden appears. And this time, I don't think he's able to get out. I don't think he's going to get out of this one. But you gotta admire that he's trying. He is trying to get back on track and go racing, even though he's not a playoff driver. But he just wants to finish the race, and he's given up. So that's it for him. His day is over. Unless the car could be repaired, and he can go back out on track, just like how Joshua Sakulli's crew did. Just like what Joshua Sakulli's crew did when he crashed in the second lap of the race. They were able to fix his car, and he was able to get back out on track. So Smith is hoping that his crew can do the same. Same for Cody Smart. But still, it's weird, it's funny, and yeah, I've never had a wreck like that before at this track, to be honest with you. Oh my gosh. Look at all these cars out of the race. Hamill, Gilbert, Yepes, Friesen, Yepes. 2 Yepes are out, including Diego, who's in the playoffs. Jonathan Fast is out. Chase Marks is out. Cullen Francis is out. Most of them are probably from that wreck that Sakulli, that Rich Roy, I should say, caused when he spun Sakulli, and Sakulli got into other cars, including several playoff drivers. So we're just going to leave it at that. 9 laps to go here in Canadian Tire. Will Eli Bright hang on for the win? Here we go. The green flag is back in the air. But look at the jump, the 10 gun, and Robert Smith. For now, he takes the lead. Still side by side with Bright. Little too high in the corner. Still trying to hang on. But Robert Smith trying to get the lead from Eli Bright. Down to the S's. Oh wow, they're beating and banging. You can see Bright beating and banging just to keep the lead. Wow. Right now he's got the edge up high into the kink. Oh, he's forced up in the grass. 13 really slow, and he's in the grass. He got real slow. Trying to face him on the high line was not a good idea to begin with. And Robert Smith has taken over as the leader. Right here, Bright just couldn't focus on the track, and Robert Smith takes the lead. Wow. Last season was a boring race other than those wrecks here at Canadian Tire, but this season, almost a completely different story. And Smith leads. Manoli is second and Acevedo runs third. And look at that, Patrick Smith's out of the track after all, so he does get to race again. Good for him. We have another caution though, and wait. I thought we did have another caution because the lights were on, but we don't. Oh, we're still green. How about that? So it's nice to be another green flag run for once. 8 laps to go in Canadian Tire. Patrick Smith, in a shocking twist, takes the lead. Smith already has 2 wins this season. Like his rookie season, he also won 2 races, but as you recall, his wins were encumbered after posting spoilers in those races. But he rebounded next season with 2 wins again, and now he's a playoff driver, and if he wins, he's in the next round. It'll be his 3rd win of the season for him, and he'll be the one to watch for when the championship continues to heat up. Steve Morgan on pit road, he comes out. Patrick Smith, you got to admire the crew, and the crew were lucky enough to be able to fix his car in time for him to get out. So he's back on the race and still trying to finish it. So Patrick Smith, way to go. Although he only lost a lap, only went a lap down after that. So nothing much to nothing really out of note. So yeah, Smith did a good job. Ooh, look at Michael Cano. We lost a couple positions there, went up high. And Eli Bright's down to 5th, and he's wondering what could have been if he hanged on. He had been dominant in the first half of the race, and yet he slipped up on that moment, and now he's down to 5th place. And now he's just hoping to stay in the top 5. I mean, that's a tough break for Eli Bright. Was dominant most of the day, and then he drops off like that. But Robert Smith trying to keep his cool here, trying to keep his composure. But here comes Grayson Acevedo. Looks like he's looking low for 2nd place. Acevedo trying to get a run on that corner, trying to pass Kyle Manoli. As you recall, Acevedo is one of the most experienced drivers in the series. Manoli is a rookie this season, but still trying to hold off the master here. 6 to go in Canadian Tire. And the caution's out with 6 laps to go. We had a crash. 23 of O'Neal Balvin was involved. Let's look back at what happened. And the 78 of Anthony Lopez. So this was the wreck right here that brought the yellow. 23 and 78 in the wall. They didn't even spin out, so I'm not sure why a caution would come out at this point. But it did. Strangely. Boom. Caution's out. And 23 is part of the playoff driver. It was the regular season champion and now is off to a horrendous start in the playoffs. Probably could have done a lot better in this race, but no. Coming down the final laps here at Canadian Tire, and it's going to be down to 4 to go at Canada. Back to green. Our longest green flag run, I believe, was 4 laps or 3, and our last one before the caution came out, so wonder how long this will be. There's a caution again, and we will have overtime for sure here at Canadian Tire, and that's probably what everybody wants to see. Everybody racing for the win hard with 2 laps left in the playoffs, in the first playoff race, would be something pretty exciting. Robert Smith pulls away, so not right now. He doesn't have to worry about losing that lead. Manoli somehow hangs on over Acevedo. I mean, Manoli is just trying to hang on to 2nd. And if he's trying to block the 48, he just couldn't concentrate on the lead right now. Just 3 to go at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. See a lot of drivers going up high, and the caution's out again, and Pichu spins, and this is overtime coming up. How about that? Pichu just got turned by Zach Fitzwater on the same corner, bringing out the yellow. No, wait a minute. He didn't get turned on the corner. He got hit by John Andrews. Yeah, he got hit by John Andrews, and he just lost control. And Johnny Carter's also in the wreck. So Fitzwater didn't take out Pichu. He took out Johnny Gardner. They went up high, and 3 cars wrecked in that corner. Wow, 3 cars wrecked out. And it's going to be an overtime battle here with 2 to go. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Great start of the playoffs. It's going to all be coming down to overtime. And it's been a while since we decided to race in overtime. So it's about time we got back to it. So here we go. When we come back, it's going to come down to overtime here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Here we go, folks. A 2-lap overtime dash to the finish here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. The playoffs kick off with this 2-lap dash to the finish here at Canadian Tire. Will Robert Smith hold on for the win? Going to be a 2-lap dash with no caution, so nothing was going to stop this from getting a green flag finish. 2 to go here at Canadian Tire. We'll see who's going to start the playoffs off with a win and possibly lock themselves into the next round. Here we go. Green flag is out. 2 to go at Canadian Tire. Already good start for Robert Smith. That's probably what he needed. Oh, there's a spin already in the back. Already there's a crash. Pichu involved, a lot of cars. James Richardson spins. They all spin on the first lap of the race. I mean the first lap of overtime, but no caution will come out for that. Handful of cars wrecked out. The race is focusing on here. Manoli's still behind. And here we go. Into the S's, and Robert Smith with a great run off that corner. Manoli gets past for second. Michael Cano is up to second place. What a move he's made. He's up to second now. Wow. But it's going to take a lot for him to catch up to the 10 of Robert Smith. Coming to the white flag with 1 to go for the number 10. Will he hold on to win for the 3rd time in season 32? Here we go. White flag is out with 1 to go at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. All the 10 has to do is hang on tight and hold on for the win. Look at those cars on the pit road already. Already exhausted after a long racing day. Into the kink for the final, uphill, up to the hills for the final time. And into the kink for the last time here today. Down the corner, and looks like Robert Smith made it through it perfectly. Noli and Ken are going to be battling for second at the very end. But Robert Smith, he's going to pull away, and he's probably going to win this thing. Into the final corners, and Robert Smith is back on the winning trail for the 3rd time in season 32, and he'll be advancing the next round with a win here at the Can-Am 200 at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. A lot of drivers all uphill at the very end, but we did get a good run and a good end to this. Robert Smith wins for the 3rd time in season 32. He'll be advancing to the next round of the playoffs regardless. A great race for him. He just took the lead in the second half of the race after Eli Bright messed up in the corner, and he was able to hold on for the rest of the way. Smith wins at Canadian Tire, and the results on the left of your screen. The other playoff drivers were Manoli 3rd and Azevedo 4th. Bright was 6th. 14th was Roy. Lupton 16th. Wong 17th. Canario 20th. Mdev 21st. Francis 25th. Yepes 28th. And as we go through the rest of the field, we see Fast 29th. March 32nd. Gardner 35th. Balvin 36th. And Richardson was 40th. Everybody got back on track after the overtime finish. So the results were a lot different than they should have been before overtime. So that's going to change a lot. That's going to change up a lot. This overtime attempt is going to be a lot of changes in terms of that points standing. I'll show you the chase of the playoff points at the end of this video. So Robert Smith wins here today at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, and the playoffs continue at Richmond in our next race. So we'll be at Richmond coming up next, the short track. And that'll be the second round, the second race of the first round of the playoffs. So you don't want to miss that. Robert Smith wins at Canadian Tire for the 3rd time this season. We'll see you guys at Richmond.